Hello and welcome, guys. Thank you for joining me once again for another Facebook Live, ending our parents session. We are talking to parents tonight, and tonight I am just sharing my personal resources with you guys. So it's all about the parents. It's been all about the parents. We did a parent wellness check. We also talked a little bit last night with the parents. And tonight I want to share some of my resources with you. So I appreciate you guys taking the time to join me. Go ahead and like and share this video as you're logging on. And don't forget, if you have a question or a comment or something specific that you would like to know that I may neglect to address, please leave it in the comment section and I will definitely try to get back with you and give you the answers that you seek. Also, as a side note, don't forget that things that I discuss on my Facebook Lives are a spin-off of my book, Recreating a Better Me. Now, don't be fooled by the title, because though the title says Recreate a Better Me, that book is all about you, helping guide you through the steps to help you get unstuck in areas of your life that you may be stuck in. Also, guys, if you've been on my timeline or seen any of my posts last couple of days, you'll see tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock my time, which is Central Time, I'll be the guest with Miss Faith Lane on her radio blog show, Faith, Focused, and Finish, I believe is what it is. And I sent those links out to you already. But also, if you need to, you can go to my website, www.triciabraysmith.weebly.com, and there should also be a link there to help guide you to that if you're up at 10 o'clock in the morning, and let's just hope I'm up. And feel free to join in that radio call with us. You can also call in questions or just call in your comments during that time. I believe it's from 10 to 11 in the morning. So I'm excited. I hope that each of you guys are doing well and continuing to dream big and just keep pressing as we deal with these trying times, guys. They are trying times, but I've said so many times before, it's not a stop sign. It's time to really get in and be creative and think outside the box. So it's time for us to get out there and do what we need to do to keep grinding and keep making it happen for our family. Because one thing that I do believe is that our Creator has us in mind. So if you have an idea, take the risk. Take the risk. I cannot say it enough. Take the risk. Remember when we talked about last night, things parents should learn and teach to their kids? That was one of them, is to just keep learning and teach their kids that learning is an ongoing process. It's a lifelong process, and we're never too old to learn. So get in and grind it. One great idea can change the whole dynamics of your life. So just keep that in mind. So I wanted to share some resources with you tonight, and we're just going to have a conversation. I did jot a few of the resources down just to kind of give myself an outline of some of the resources that you may be interested in. Now, there is a chance that I could forget or neglect to mention some of the resources, or you may have a resource that you have in mind that you'd like to know about, and maybe I did not mention. So in that area, so feel free to leave me a comment, and if I can see it, I will be sure to address the comment and address your question as well. So I wanted to start out talking about the financial resources. So some of the financial resources that I use, and one that I have been more focused on lately is the resource offered through Dave Ramsey. So Dave Ramsey, a lot of people just look at his 7 baby steps. Well, the 7 baby steps are okay, and they work when you work the process. But I had already kind of surpassed a lot of the baby steps. So in the 1 or 2 baby steps that I didn't know about, or that I didn't do, then that's something that I have set in place now. So, but Dave Ramsey, a lot of people don't know that there's also some teaching under Dave Ramsey where he goes and he tells you about insurances, helps you understand a little bit more about insurances, and also about real estate investing, and once you get past some of those other steps. So that's kind of where I'm doing my study now. Another resource that I use for finances and setting things in place is Susie Orman. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Susie Orman and her work, but I like to talk to individuals who are between the ages of 40 and 65. And if you are leaning closer to that 60, 65 age, then Susie Orman is someone you want to familiarize yourself with. And one of the good places to get exposed to Susie Orman is through YouTube. She has several videos streaming through YouTube, and she's a good resource. So I would suggest, since I brought those 2 individuals up, their teachings, if you're under 40, look toward Dave Ramsey. But if you're over 40, and especially if you're in your 50s pushing toward 60 years old or older, Susie Orman would be someone you want to familiarize yourself with. Awesome resources. And since I was somewhere kind of stuck in the middle when I got serious about this financial thing and setting my financial legacy up and things like that, there was a lot of things I'd done good through the years, but I was doing it and I really didn't know the significance behind it. So these 2 teachings of these 2 people are very easy to follow. I believe in what they do, and the people connected to them, I think, will be valuable resources for you. Now, for my personal investment, I use an individual out of McKinney, Texas. His name is Rich Thompson. Now, I'm going to give you the email address so that, not the email address, the website address, so that you can have that information and look into it. So if you are a parent looking to get into investments, check into insurances, anything that has to do with finances, this is a good guy. He's good, he's trustworthy, and he establishes a good relationship with the people, his clients. So Rich Thompson is his name. So if you have your pencil and paper, because remember I told you to bring a pencil and paper tonight so that you can write down some stuff. So this is important. His website address is www.richthompsoninvestments.com. Rich, R-I-C-H, Thompson, Thompson, investments, investments.com. So I checked out that website today. He has a good website, guys, and it's easy to read and maneuver. So check that out. Also, guys, if you're just logging on, I see some of you just logging on. Don't forget to like and share this video, because everybody is not connected to me. And it's important that when you do well, that you connect the people around you so that they can also do well, okay? We're a team player over here. Remember, I said we're a team player. So go ahead and like this video and share it so that others on your timeline can benefit. Other tools that you can use is an app called Every Dollar. Every Dollar. And you can go to everydollar.com and you can see how that's set up. That's a budgeting tool that will help you look at your finances and help you develop a budget and help you see where your money is going. So Every Dollar. Also, for those that don't know your credit score and don't know what a credit score looks like, or really unsure what's on your credit, you can get your free yearly credit from TransUnion. You can do that. But one of the things that I tell my students when we have a new class is that if you never really looked at it before, creditkarma.com is something that you can use to take a look. Now, a lot of people are opposed to Credit Karma and things like that, but it's been beneficial in helping people see what it is and kind of how things are connected to it, and just to give them an initial platform on being aware of their credit. So creditkarma.com, that's another thing that I have familiarized with myself with, and I also use it for various different things. So if you make a Credit Karma account, you use it as you see fit, and if it works for you, it does. Not to be totally dependent on it for certain financial things, but it does give you a kind of insight or just a beginner's knowledge of what may be helpful for you. Okay, like I said, these are resources that I use and I'm just sharing it with you. Also, some that I've used in the past, Acorns. You may have heard of Acorns. That's an investment that's simple and easy, that it connects to your accounts, and the change left over goes into this account and it builds up. Now, when you go to looking at investments and things like that, that's not something that you want to start and do and spend 2 or 3 weeks or 2 or 3 months on it and then pull your money out. When you go to talking about investments, you should be thinking long term. When you're thinking about investments, you should be thinking about long term. So this is money that you're going to allow to sit and build up and draw interest, and it's going to go up and down, and you're going to be there. You're going to be able to watch it. But it kind of helps get you ready for that next level of investment. So if you never invested before, I would suggest starting somewhere like Acorns or Robinhood, one or the other. Okay? And it'll work if you work the process. You have to put money in weekly or monthly or however you set it up. But you must commit to the process in order for the process to work for you. So that's in anything. Okay? Some other investments that I have. I invest in a 401k. I invest in a Focus 457 plan, and I invest in a Roth IRA. So all those things dealing with investments, if you wrote down Rich Thompson's website, then he will be able to walk through that process with you, or you can talk to someone that you know that may be in investments or a financial advisor, and they can help see you through some of those processes with questions that you have. All right. Another series that I like to look at on YouTube that's very entertaining, that helps with budgets and things like that, is a series called Till Debt Do Us Part. Till debt do us part. So you know that when we marry, we say till death do us part. Well, this is till debt do us part. And it has several seasons that are on YouTube. They stream free, but a wealth of knowledge, and it's entertaining. And if you take the time to sit and look at a couple of the episodes, I think that it will do you some good. It will kind of help you see a little bit of how finances and debts, and find a budget that works, and how to dig yourself out of debt. So those are some of my financial resources. All right. Some of my shopping resources. Well, I use some of these now, and some I used to use and I don't use anymore, but I find that they are beneficial. And one of the shopping resources I use to save money, and you heard me say it before, is the use of coupons. So coupons can save us quite a bit of money. I've saved up to $20 at a time shopping for monthly supplies and household items that we use on a regular basis. And not only that, sometimes you can come across in-store food coupons and things of that nature. Now, somebody says, well, where do I find these? I don't get a newspaper. But if you're watching me right now on some stream of media, you can find coupons. They'll come right to your phone. They'll come right to your laptop, and you can print them out or take them with your phone in store and save. Now, where I pull up my coupons or on the website, that is crestfoodsok.com. That's crestfoodsok.com. Let's see, I had some technical difficulties here. Okay, I'm back. So that is crestfoodsok.com. So that's a way that I save using those coupons, and I take those coupons to Walmart, and I'm able to save off of monthly supplies and household supplies that I use for my family every day. And so those are things that I can keep stocked up. Now, I'm not an extreme couponer, and I don't go overboard when I'm buying supplies for my house, but I do like enough supplies to where when a crisis hit, we're not overwhelmed or bombarded by worried about being without. So that's something to think about. Also, I'm very cautious of where I shop for our groceries. So the top places where I shop for our groceries are Pruitt's. I know some of you in this area, you've heard of Pruitt's grocery store. One of them in Antlers. There's one in Valiant, and there's one in the Broken Bow area. So it's easy for me to get to, especially when on the days when I had to commute back and forth to work. And the produce is very good, and they have a good meat market, and the prices are reasonable. So I shop at those places. I even went to Pruitt's today and to do my shopping. It's time for the shopping to be done. So I had to get out the house today. So yes, guys, I got off the couch today, and I had to get up and go to the store. So that's where I went. Another place that I like to do my grocery shopping in the Northeast Texas area is at Aldi's. Now, Aldi's has a very good selection of things that I like to consume as well, and very cost efficient. So if you haven't shopped at those two places, or maybe you haven't been there in a while, then that's somewhere you want to start, especially when we're having to rethink these budgets. Okay, guys? So Aldi's, what I like from there is the milk. I told you before that milk that's in the box, it's lactose free and it lasts longer and it helps save. It keeps from going to waste and it's not a bad taste at all. So that's one of the things that I do to cut costs, because if I buy milk, I don't have to worry about it for another month and a half, and I don't have to worry about it spoiling, especially if it's just me and the kids are not in and out the house to consume the food. So Aldi's is a very good place for milk and eggs and uh, fruits and snacks and breakfast stuff. So I just have to tell you that it is a winner. So yes, you went to Aldi's yesterday, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's easy on the pocketbook, isn't it? And it's a good quality of food, and they have a wide variety of things. So even with your paper goods, so that brand that they have in there, it's Boulder, I think it is. They have pretty good products. Okay. For shoes and clothing, I do a lot of my shopping. When I have to shop for shoes and clothing, I do that online. Now, I used to go out to the department stores like Stage and other things like that, but I kind of cut back on those trips to the store because I found that I was spending too much money because I got so excited about the coupons and the clearance aisles and the sales and things like that. So when I started doing a budget, I had to cut back on actually going into the department stores. So I do shop online. Some of my favorite sites to shop at is Venus.com, and RainbowShops.com. Now, a lot of my clothes, I would shop at Venus.com for my clothes, and shoes at RainbowShops.com. So those are two places where. Now, for big ticket items like books and furniture pieces and things like that, if it was necessary, bags, luggage, I usually shop at Goodwill for that. That Goodwill in the Oklahoma City area, Edmond area, they have a very good wide variety of products that are barely used. And not only that, for big ticket items, I find that I save a lot of money. So I needed another travel bag for my laptop. And when I was looking on Amazon, that bag was going to cost me $80, $90 or even more. They just went up from there. But when I went to the Goodwill and I found that they had one, it was in pretty good shape. It just needed to be dusted off. And I got it for $10. So you think of the money that I saved. So that was money that was saved and I invested it somewhere else with the difference in the price. So yeah, Goodwill. And I find that they have furniture pieces and appliances and things like that we go and spend a lot of money for a lot of times. If we just look there first, we can find that we can save. So also I use QVC.com. So this is somewhere that I buy jewelry from. Also some beauty products. I found myself buying from there, and just gifts. If I have to buy gifts for a certain occasion or for a birthday or something like that, rather than going out to the store, I will shop at QVC.com and purchase from there. I also buy electronic devices from QVC. That's because usually they guarantee the products that you buy from there. So those are some of my shopping resources. Okay. Some of my wellness resources. I know it's no secret to any of you guys. If you've ever asked me any health and wellness questions, I am a fan of Robin Anthony's Renew Herbs. Just because they're natural and That's just the way I am. I'm just a natural kind of girl. Cost a little money, but I'd rather spend money on that than, like I said, be having to spend money on blood pressure pills and uh, all this other kind of stuff that we spend money on, that target one thing and affect 20 others. So I'm just not your medication type of girl. So if I can find a herb or a vitamin or something that helps give me a good quality of life, then that's kind of what I tend to stick to. So that's Renew Herbs. That's RENUHERBS.com. That's Renew Herbs, RENUHERBS.com. So she has products for your skin, for your hair, and I even seen one today when I went to place my order for for a kidney cleanse or something of that sort. So just look through her products and look through the testimonials, read through it, and if it works for you, it works. Now, I shared with you that my daily regimen that I take is the Renew Silica and the organic tea leaves. So that's my regimen. Now, that may not work for you. You may need something else. But if you're into herbs or that kind of thing, or you're just looking for something to just kind of help give you that energy and life back without overstimulating you, that would be a good place to start. I mean, so I'm sold on it. Meal planning is another thing. That's how I keep our nutrition great. It's just by meal planning, guys. I don't spend a lot of money on groceries. I told you that. I told you that any average family, if they meal plan, they can probably cut their grocery budget by half. Okay, but that's cutting out all the processed foods. That's cutting out all the chips and snacks and all that good stuff. It's good, nutritious food with fresh or frozen vegetables, and just planning out those meals. And you do that by, really, if you don't know anything about planning meals or budgeting or having to buy groceries or things like that, YouTube is going to be your friend. I tell you that all the time. YouTube is going to be your friend. And I see some of you had logged on, guys. If you're just logging on with me, please like and share this video. All I'm doing is trying to help parents through these tough times. These are tough times we're living in, and all I'm doing is just sharing some of my resources that I use from day to day with you. So if you have a question about a particular resource that I use and I neglect to mention it, please feel free to leave it in the comment, and I'll be sure to address it with you guys. All right. And also, while we're talking about wellness, when we're talking about mental health, some of the people that I listen to that has helped me along the way is Les Brown. And I told you guys that he is easy to listen to. It's a easy place to get started. Easy to understand. It's down to earth. It's entertaining. It's enjoying. So if you don't have anybody that you can listen to that's motivational from day to day, Les Brown, he's a good place to start, guys. Jim Rohn, that is Jim Rohn, R-O-H-N. Now, he's a businessman. Of course, he's deceased now, but his recordings are on YouTube. And he was a businessman, and so he talked a lot about the mentality and things that it took for business. So good, easy listening, easy to understand, and very informative. And also Dr. Miles Monroe, the late Dr. Miles Monroe. So he talks a lot about success and about leadership and about principles. So, and he was a Christian speaker. So those are the three of my go-to. Now, there are other people like John Maxwell that I listen to, Eric Thomas. So there's several that I've listened to, but these three are my top go-to. Okay. Educational resources, guys, for those of us that are at home with kids and they need help, or maybe you're just looking for some extra resources to kind of help get them along from day to day. Now, these resources I've listed are all on different levels. You can find different levels of resources, and if you're looking for a particular subject or a particular level of resource, please just leave me a comment and I'll be getting with you and making sure you have that resource. There's a question or a comment. You can save a lot shopping at Kroger's as well. When they have a good sale, you can really save. You also save on gas when you purchase from there. So there's a resource shared from Melanie Addison that she's telling that when you shop at Kroger's, you can also save lots there. So where it works for you guys, that's what you want to get, what you can get, and as cost efficiently as you can through these economic times. Okay. Education resources, mobymax.com. mobymax.com. It has all subjects. They have all subjects, all levels. And when you create the profile and fix it like you need it, then that software adjusts to the academic level of the student using the software. So that's mobymax, mobymax.com. Okay. Now, when I'm giving you these resources, a lot of these resources are free. Some may cost money, but a lot of them now have free trials anyway. So it's not going to cost you anything. And you get the assessment or the evaluation report comes right to your dashboard. So this makes it so good and easy to use. Another resource is AAAmath.com. AAAmath.com. There are all levels of math on there, and all different kinds, from basic adding and subtracting to algebra, geometry, trig, and etc., etc. And so that is a resource that is free and you can check out. It gives instant feedback to your student as well. So while your student is there, they can see how well or how not so well they're doing, because it's going to give you automatic feedback when you're manipulating that. So just check these websites out, guys. Another one for the younger kids, or for those kids that struggle academically, abcya.com could be another that you could check out for those kids that are early learners, and for those kids with disabilities that struggle. ABCYA has a few games that it's educational and they enjoy doing it. So it's that they're learning these skills and they're doing it in a way that is enjoyable for them, and to them it doesn't really seem like learning. And there's also some things that they can compete and interact with others while they're doing it, and so it just makes it enjoyable, and it enhances and reinforces academic skills. So there you can get reading and math, and also just fun, entertaining things that helps produce creativity, help get those creative minds stimulated. All right, then there's readworks.org. Readworks.org. That is readworks.org. Now, what that does, it's a reading comprehension site, and it is absolutely free. It is absolutely free. And you find content at all grade levels. and all subject areas. So it is curriculum straight across the board, across all academic areas. So readworks.org, I highly recommend this to just keep your students' reading comprehension levels up and to enhance it and develop it. mathtv.com, mathtv.com, that's mathtv.com. For those having trouble with some of those more advanced maths like algebra and trig and geometry, mathtv.com is a good place to get some insight on how to improve or just to understand those math skills. So mathtv.com. Also, Kahoot.com. Kahoot.com is one that I find that kids enjoy, and they're able to test their knowledge and skill with new content that they learn. And the good thing about Kahoot.com is that it's free, and for the content that the children are learning, you can go in and create a game for them to play, and then they play it and they're competing, and you can see how much of what you have taught them or how much of what they're doing as far as academic wise that they are retaining. And it's a good tool to help recall information. There's also already lots of curriculum that's already loaded there in that software, and like I say, it's free. You pull it up, you decide, and the kids are able to interact, and you're able to see how well they do. Flocabulary.com. Flocabulary.com. This is a good way, a good resource to use for kids that are struggling with language arts and or math. I find that the videos help reinforce the kids' understanding of some of the basic forms of language arts and or math skills, especially if they're struggling with multiplication and adding and things like that. It puts it in a video form, in a rap form, in a music form, where a lot of kids enjoy, and they're able to recall the information that way. Remember that all kids don't learn the same, and just because they've been exposed to it once or twice doesn't necessarily mean that they get it. So you have to show it to them sometimes in so many other different forms for it to actually sink in, and for them to grab a hold of the concept of whatever the subject or the materials that they are learning. So that's flocabulary.com. That's FLOCABULARY.com. Another resource is readingkingdom.com. Readingkingdom.com. These are for early learners, early readers, elementary, intermediate. So somewhere elementary, intermediate level, readingkingdom.com is a good resource, especially if you have readers that are struggling. Not only does it help them with their reading skills, but it also helps them with their typing and computer skills as well. So readingkingdom.com. Readingeggs.com. Readingeggs.com is a software that I used last year for my students, and I find that it was very entertaining and engaging as well. And last but not least, another software that has all subjects is shepherdsoftware.com. shepherdsoftware.com. That is shepherdsoftware.com. shepherdsoftware.com. Nonetheless, last but not least is youtube.com. Now, for those older kids, high school and college and all that good stuff, youtube.com is a Free university is what I call it. It's free, and it is very useful. So, especially for us parents, we can learn a lot from YouTube. Just use it. We have no excuse of not knowing. Also, guys, don't forget, if I failed to mention a resource and you want to know about it, just leave me a comment. I'll get back with you. I appreciate you guys joining me tonight and listening in on some of the resources that I have and that I use from day to day. Don't forget to like and share this video as well. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow night. All right. Have a good one.